Yes, good morning, all of you, and welcome back to the online session of microprocessors and microcontrollers class. In the last class, we abruptly ended the class because of the net connection issues, and yesterday we didn't have any class according to the timetable. So we'll continue from where we stopped in the last class. Okay, right. So we were discussing about the logical instructions part in the instruction set of 8086. Uh, I'll go with the textbook today, not with the presentation, in order to give you more clarity because the presentation is not clear to you. So I'll go with the textbook here. Okay, right. See, we discussed two to three instructions uh, which come under logical instruction category, such as AND instruction and OR instruction. So the next instruction to be discussed is XOR instruction. So this was also introduced, same as OR and AND operation. We also have XOR instruction to perform the XOR operation. We all know the truth table of XOR instruction. That is, when the two inputs are same. That means when the two inputs are either 1 or 0, you'll have the output as 0. If the inputs are different, that means either 1 0 or 0 1, you'll have the output 1. Okay, so that is the truth table of XOR operation. So that XOR operation will be performed and we use this XOR instruction. Okay, so this XOR instruction can be used in two to three different addressing modes here. Here, if you see, this is immediate addressing mode because we are directly specifying the data here as 0098. Okay, this is the data. So this is immediate addressing mode. And if you see this, we have two operands are the registers. So this comes under the register addressing mode, and this comes under the direct addressing mode because we are specifying the direct address of the data here. Okay, so in these three addressing modes, you can use this XOR operation. Okay, so here an example is also given here. See, when the two inputs are different, we get the 1 here. We get 1. When the two inputs are same, we get 0. Okay, so when the two inputs are different, we get 1. When the two inputs are different only, we get the 1. When the two inputs are same, we get the result as 0. Okay, that is what the XOR operation is all about, right? Coming to the next instruction, test instruction. What is this test instruction? So this test instruction also performs the same operation as that of AND operation. But what happens? Only the result of AND operation is not taken here. The result of AND operation is not taken. But what is the importance of this test signal is here each and every bit, like this only, each and every bit will have AND operation performed. But the result of the AND operation is not utilized. The result of the AND operation is not utilized. Okay, so because of this AND operation, some flags will be affected, like overflow flag, carry flag, sign flag, zero flag, and parity flag. Okay, so because of this AND operation performed by using test instruction, okay, so the different flags will be affected. Okay, so only those flags will be taken importance, right? So this is nothing but logical compare instruction. Okay, in the arithmetic instruction, we saw compare instruction. Okay, which compares the data between registers or any other thing, right? So similarly, this test signal is also a compare signal, but it compares logically by performing what? AND operation. There in the arithmetic operations, the comparison is done by using the subtraction operation. But here in the logical comparison, the comparison is done by using the AND operation. Okay, so there in the arithmetic instructions, after performing the subtraction operation, the different flags will be affected. Okay, the different flags will be affected. That based on that flags situation, based on the values of those flags only, we will decide which is greater, which is lesser, and which two are equal. Okay. Similarly, here also the status of these flags, or float flag, or carry flag, or sign flag, zero flag, and parity flag, the status of these flags will decide the comparison. Okay, so these are the different addressing modes of test instruction. This is the register in addressing mode. This is what you can say immediate addressing mode, as we are specifying directly data, and this is indexed addressing mode, as we are using the index registers here. Okay, the instruction will be same, only the addressing modes will be different. Okay, that is the relation between addressing modes and instructions. Okay, the opcode will remain same, only the operands will be different. The next most important instruction is shift logical left. Shift logical left or shift arithmetic left, both are same, SHL or SAL. SHL means shift logical left, or SAL means shift arithmetic left. Okay, so this is the instruction. So what does this instruction do? This instruction shifts all the bits. Okay, shifts all the bits of the data towards left by one position. By one position. Okay, hope the things are clear now, right? What does this instruction do? This instruction shifts all the bits of the data, towards left side by one position. By one position. This is the example here. See, this is, let this be the operand. Let this be the operand on which this operation is performed. Okay, let this be the operand or data on which this logical left shift operation is performed. So what it is happening here? This particular bit is shifted by one position. This bit is shifted to the left by one position. Similarly, all the bits are shifted to left by one position. So when they are shifted left, this LSB position, this particular LSB position will be left vacant. So there we will insert 0. There we will insert what? 0. As we are shifting the bits towards left side, okay, the LSB position will be left vacant after shifting all the bits towards the left side. So that LSB bit which is left vacant will be filled with 0. Okay, that is the meaning. Okay. This is the result when we first time perform the shift operation. When we second time perform the shift operation, what happens? This bit will be left here. Okay, so from here we will be starting off. Okay, and this will be inserted as 0. Okay, so that is about shift left operation. Similarly, we will have shift right operation. So what does the shift right do? It shifts all the bits. It shifts all the bits towards right side. It shifts all the bits towards right side by one position. By one position. Okay. You can see here. You can see here. Okay. So this you can get a doubt here, sir. This bit where it is going when we are shifting left, the MSB bit will be taken into the position of carry flag. Here you can see. Okay. When we are shifting left, the carry flag position will be this MSB position. Okay. So here the carry flag will be when we are shifting left. Okay. The MSB bit will occupy the carry flag position. When we are shifting right, the LSB will occupy the carry flag position, right? That is the meaning here. And similarly here also, when we are shifting right, the MSB position will be vacant now. Okay, the MSB position will be vacant. So that is replaced by 0. That is replaced by 0. Okay, this is the first shift operation, and this is the second shift right operation. Okay. And when you are doing this, see, we are starting with 0 bit. We are starting with 0 bit. Okay. We are not considering the carry flag. Okay. So in the first shift operation, the carry flag bit was 1 because the LSB bit was 1. Okay. The second shift operation, the LSB is 0. That is why the 0 occupied the carry flag position. That means this 1 is replaced by 0. This 1 is replaced by 0. That is the meaning here. Okay. That is how shift left and shift right operations are performed, right? Next, shift arithmetic right. Okay. Here, shift logical left and shift arithmetic left are both are same, but shift logical right and shift arithmetic right are different. What is that difference means? Here, in the shift logical right, I'll show you the difference. In the shift logical right, in the MSB place, which was vacant, we inserted 0. But coming to the shift arithmetic right, in the MSB place, we insert 1. We insert what? 1. Okay? That is the only difference. The entire procedure will be same, but the only difference is when we are using shift logical right, the MSB bit which is vacant after shifting right is replaced or is inserted by 0. But when we are using shift arithmetic right, the MSB bit which is left vacant after shifting right will be inserted with 1 value. That is the only difference. That is the only difference, right? Next is next important instructions are rotate right without carry. Rotate right without carry. The name itself indicates the type of operation that is performed here. What does this that is indicating? I'll let you know. Okay. So rotate right without carry. That means the entire bit will be rotated right without the carry bit, without the carry bit. Okay. Whatever the what you can say data is present is is shifted right side. Whatever the data that is present is shifted right side this way. Okay. We'll perform the shift operation, but what we will do is this LSB bit which is occupying the carry flag position will also rotated like this and occupies the MSB position. Okay, that means the LSB bit will occupy both carry flag position and MSB position. MSB position. When you come to the second rotate operation, what is happening here? We are rotating right, but this LSB position bit is occupying the carry bit position and also occupying the MSB position. That is called without carry. That is called what? Rotate without carry. Okay. So we can also rotate with carry. That means what? This carry flag bit will occupy the position of MSB. That also I will show you. Okay. Rotate left without carry. We'll see this and we'll go on to the with carry also. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll rotate the we'll shift the entire bits into left side. We'll shift the entire bits into left side, and also what we'll do this MSB bit. Okay, this MSB bit will occupy both carry flag position and also this LSB position. This LSB position. Here you can see this MSB bit is being rotated towards this LSB bit. Okay, here we are rotating towards the left side. Okay, that is the mean. When you are doing a right operation, the LSB bit will occupy the MSB bit and carry flag. When we are doing left operation, the MSB bit will occupy the carry flag on the LSB bit. Okay, that is the meaning. Next, we will see with carry. We see with carry. With carry. What is it happening? See here. We are doing the same. We are doing the same, but what we are doing? See here. We are doing the shift operation. We are doing the shift operation towards the right. But here, the carry flag, which is 0, is occupying the MSB bit. Is occupying the MSB bit, which is vacant after shifting right. That is called with carry rotation. Rotation with carry. Whatever the carry flag value, here arbitrarily we took 0. It may be 1 also. Okay. Whatever the value of carry flag may be, that carry flag value will occupy the MSB position. When you are doing left rotation, what will happen? Okay, the carry flag position will occupy the LSB position. Okay, that also I will show you. See, this is the left with carry. What is happening here? We are performing the shift left operation as it is, but the carry flag position, which is 0, will be rotated towards the left to this LSB position. Okay, you can see this here. This is the carry flag, which is 0, and this carry flag is rotated towards the left to this LSB position, which is also 0. If it is 1 here, the LSB position will be 1 here. Okay, that is the thing, right? That is about shift and rotation operations with carry and without carry. Okay, when you are using carry, it will be use the carry flag. When you are neglecting the carry, it neglects the carry flag, right? And I think that's it with the logical operation. Okay, so the next category is string manipulation instructions. So these string manipulation instructions we will see this in the next class. Okay, so I'll also forward this textbook to you. Okay, I covered almost all the instructions. Okay, till now we covered we discussed 3 categories of instructions. One is data transfer instructions, the next one is arithmetic instructions, the third one is logical instructions. Okay, the remaining categories are string manipulation instructions, and I think some stack instructions are there. Okay. So we'll complete them slowly, not a big deal here, right? So let's not make it hurry. We'll complete them slowly. Okay. If there are any doubts now, you can ask me now. So we are left with three categories of instructions: string manipulation instructions, process control instructions, and control transfer instructions. Okay. So we'll have 3 to 4 instructions in each category that we'll complete in the coming classes. Okay. Now, if there are any doubts, you can ask me now. As we are left with so much of time, if there are any doubts, you can ask me now. Right.